Hey, so today I'm going to cover why SEO works so well for family law firms. And there are a few specific reasons that you should know if you're still deciding on should I even think about SEO? Is that really a viable channel for me to acquire new clients, new cases? So is it worth your time? And can it actually help you in achieving or setting up another channel to bring in qualified high quality leads for your practice? So let's get straight to it. One of the first reasons is that this marketing channel is one of the highest ROI marketing channels out there. ROI just stands for return on investment. So meaning if you put $1 into marketing, how much you get in return. So what's the ROI? What's the return on investment? So if you put, let's say $1,000 in, how much do you get back? And here, if we just Google the ROI of SEO, so what we get is a Google AI overview that tells us that how to calculate SEO ROI, and basically gives you the same idea that like the ROI means how much you put in, how much you get back, in order for you to know if it's a viable marketing channel. So let's say you want to acquire more leads and you have different marketing channels, different ways of advertising your law practice. If you know the ROI of all of those marketing channels, you would know which one of them is the most profitable for you and which one will get you the most bang for your buck. So how many leads are you going to get? Like if you invest $1,000 into social media, into LinkedIn ads, into Google ads, into all of those channels, which of the channels is the most profitable for you? If you know those numbers, you would have a huge advantage over your competitors by knowing which one of those channels is the most profitable. And SEO, by a lot of different statistics and numbers from analysts, we've seen that SEO is one of the most profitable marketing channels out there. And here as well, like the AI overview just quotes one study, and this is not just about law firms, this is general SEO, and it says that while SEO is a long-term strategy that can take 6 to 12 months to show significant results, it often delivers a high ROI, with some sources reporting an average of 2,200% ROI. So if you put $1,000 in, you will get $22,000 out. Of course, this is just one study here. But why it's so effective, or where the super high ROI usually comes from, is that if you invest 6 months into SEO, usually the results will compound. So let's say you invest for 6 months. So I don't know, $5,000 every month for 6 months. You will start to see results usually during the month number 2 or 3. The results usually start to increase. And even if you stop after month number 6, results are still going to grow for some time. Then they're going to flat out, and then it takes years for the results to vanish. So that's where the high ROI comes from. So compared to paid ads, where if you invest for 6 months and then you stop paying for the ads, the ROI is going to drop to 0 because nobody's going to continue to see your ads. Whereas with SEO, like, let's say you build content, you publish articles about different questions that your target audience is asking about family law. Those articles, because people will continue to ask those questions month after month. And if your articles show up on Google, on AI overviews, on ChatGPT, people are still going to find your practice, even if you wrote that article years ago. And the same goes for your organic rankings. If you do the right things, if you know what to do, and if you show up on the first result on the map pack, even if you don't do anything for months, you will still stay there in most cases. That's where the super high ROI comes from. So here are just a few samples of some of our clients. This is how we track the SEO ROI for our clients. So the first image here is one of our clients, last month SEO investment, last month organic traffic value. So we put a heavy emphasis on tracking our clients' numbers. We track their leads, where they come in. So if someone called their number from their website, someone schedule a call through their website. So basically it would make sense to count as a conversion. We count it as conversion. We assign a value to it. So if, let's say, if someone called you from your website, from your legal practice website, how many of those would actually turn into actual customers? And then we can backtrack from there. How much was the call worth? So let's say one person out of 20 calls would convert into an actual customer. And if a customer's lifetime value for you is $10,000, let's say, then that one call would be worth $500 in terms of potential generated revenue. And from there, we can calculate how much you put in, how much you got out. These are just ballpark numbers, but we just want to know the overall ranges or overall sizes so that we could know that, like, is it profitable? Is what we're doing profitable or not? Even if it isn't profitable, are we going in the right direction or not? And also, if we have the numbers, we will also be able to tell you, or usually show our clients, the profitability of their other marketing channels. Because most businesses, even if they have Google Analytics or tracking set up, they don't really measure those numbers. So we make sure to track everything we can so that you would know your numbers. Here's another example from a client there. This is in the EU, in the Eurozone. That's why the numbers are in euros. And last month's SEO revenue, a little under 10,000 euros, which is a little over $10,000. And they paid 1K. last month. So the SEO ROI is 9.65, but that's just 1 month. Even as I said, like if they stop working with us, results usually will still increase for some time, then flatten out and then start to decrease slowly. So the actual ROI is much higher than that. And even for yourself, like if you're doing SEO for yourself, if you do the right things, if you know what you're doing, the ROI usually, it's not that hard to get it profitable for you. And here's an example of a law firm that I've given as an example before. So they are 1-800-LionLaw.com. They are in Austin, Texas. And here's the tool Ahrefs, which is an SEO tool, allows us to see how much traffic our clients or the competitors of our clients are getting and how much that traffic is worth. So for Lion Law or 1-800-LION-LAW, from here we can see that they're getting around 23,000 visitors every month from organic traffic, and those visitors are worth almost $600,000 every month for them. Where this number comes from is that this simply takes how much they would have to pay with paid ads, with Google Ads, to get the same amount of traffic for those keywords. And I can assure you that these guys, they're not spending $600,000 on their SEO. They're not even spending $60,000 on their SEO. So this is super high ROI channel for this particular company and many others as well. It's just that most businesses don't really pay attention to this channel, so they won't know. But the ones that do, the ones that have achieved those rankings, they know how profitable this channel can be. So another question that many of our clients are asking, that how does SEO compare to paid ads in terms of ROI? And as Google's AI overview here says, that SEO offers a higher compounding and more profitable long-term ROI by building a lasting asset of organic traffic and trust, while paid ads deliver a more immediate but temporary visibility and ROI that stops when you stop paying. So that's also a huge point, and something I mentioned before as well. If you want quick results, then paid ads is a great option, but I would highly encourage you to also build up your organic traffic to supplement the paid ads traffic, and so that you could maybe wean off your paid ads or keep both of them. So you would have maximum visibility in your city for your most important keywords. So you would be the top competitor, you would be the top law firm in your city. So if someone is doing a Google search or even an AI search, you would show up as the first result. And also, talking about ROI, ad costs are ever increasing. So you see these data study here by Stream. This is search advertising benchmarks. So every year the cost per lead, this is not for law firms, this is just general cost per lead, but they keep increasing year after year. So the increase for 2025 so far isn't that high, but it's just the year isn't over yet. You see the increase in 2024 was plus 24%. So paid ads costs are increasing all the time. There are many headlines talking about it as well. Ad costs are soaring, retailers are panicking. Google ad costs are rising in 2025. What to do about it? Ad costs rise again. Conversions improve. Here in this study, they found that the ad costs increased by 13 or 14%, but conversions improved by 6%. So the net effect was still negative for the advertisers. So I'm not saying that you don't need paid ads or that you should drop paid ads entirely. I'm just saying that the more you focus into SEO, the more profitable your paid ads are also going to be, and the higher your total ROI of your marketing budget will be. And another point why SEO is such a high ROI channel for family law firms is that the average customer lifetime value for a divorce attorney is so high. So if you think about SEO and showing up at the top of Google, how much it's worth to a certain business depends on how much they make per client. And family law firms like you guys are, or even law firms in general, are making a lot of revenue from one client, from each client. So if someone is searching for a divorce attorney in Seattle, odds are that they really need someone to help them with their divorce, with their child custody case, with their dividing of their assets. And as you can see here from ChatGPT 5, these numbers are from ChatGPT 5, what's the average customer lifetime value? So if you get one client from Google, how much in revenue would they bring to you in 6 to 18 months? So how much one person from Google is worth to you, to your business on average? So the standard here is 7,500 to 15,000. High conflict or high net worth divorces can range from 20K to 80K. Of course, you know your numbers better than I do. Just the averages from US averages from ChatGPT. And the average blended customer lifetime value is hovering around 10K to 20K. So one client can be worth 10,000 to 20,000 for you. Also, if you include the return engagements and sometimes referrals as well, the effective lifetime value can climb closer to 25K to 50K. So each customer is worth a lot of money. So why not invest into SEO to get many more of these kinds of clients? The second big thing is that with SEO, you can target specific high ticket keywords. And oftentimes these high ticket keywords or search phrases do not have as much competition as the usual keywords. And the usual keywords are the ones that everybody knows and everybody is already targeting and competing in. These are like divorce attorney Seattle, divorce attorney New York City, and these kinds of head terms. But oftentimes these longer tail keywords, although yes, they have less search volume, less people searching for them every month, but these kinds of cases can bring, or these kinds of keywords could bring you high ticket clients. So maybe instead of going after hundreds of people looking for general divorce attorney keywords, Maybe you first want to start out with targeting the higher ticket ones. So prenup lawyer, Los Angeles high net worth divorce lawyer, 70 searches a month, but zero competition according to zero keyword difficulty, according to Ahrefs here. Another one, high net worth divorce attorney, 350 searches in the US, high net worth divorce lawyer, 600 searches, and all of these have easy keyword difficulty. So it's not that hard to rank number one in your particular city for those keywords. Yes, there are less searches, but each searcher might be worth tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in case value for you. And the third thing is that on top of targeting longer tail keywords, you can target the entire funnel. So maybe, of course, you are interested in getting people that are searching for divorce lawyer in your city. These are really close to converting and bottom of the conversion funnel. So these people want to get in touch with you straight away to talk about their particular divorce or their particular case. But there are also a lot of people that aren't ready yet. But like if you were to nurture them, if you were to write content to answer their questions, you would be able to get them, win them on as clients down the line. And the thing here is that like people are going to search these questions anyways. And if you don't have the content targeting or answering those questions, then your competitor is going to get those clients. Because like if someone searches for, will my wife get 50% of my company when I divorce? And your article answers this question, it will usually build trust with the clients. So whenever they are ready to move on with their divorce, or when they need some consultation, you can even add CTAs or call to actions to your blog article answering this topic. Like you could answer the topic or answer the question and then say, hey, would you like a free consultation with us to talk a little further, or whatever your next step is, you would add that to your article to lure to get the person to get in touch with you and to hopefully become a client of yours. And even if they are not ready right now, they would still know your brand now from reading the article. They will have built trust. Usually you would also want to include the author of the article and also add some lawyers or attorneys as authors or as contributors, so that they would already start to know your business name, your company name, and the name of the attorney or one of the attorneys in your company, so that they would have someone, they would know someone that does divorce law, practices divorce law, and can help them. Because also most people usually, like if they haven't been through a divorce before, they wouldn't know anyone. So that's why it's really important to target different phases of the funnel. Yes, you're going to get the most conversions, the fastest conversions from those bottom of the funnel keywords, but you also do not neglect the top of the funnel, because otherwise your competitor is going to grab all of that. There are more people actually searching for those. It's just that they're not usually ready to convert just yet. But sometimes it can take just one article for them to come from to transition from being at the top of the funnel, just investigating into this, to actually scheduling a call and becoming a client of yours. And another important factor, reason number 4 here, is that clients in your niche are less likely to ask their friends for referrals. So if you're going through a divorce, or if you're thinking about it, many people, they don't want to, and that's perfectly natural. You don't want to discuss this with your friends because you might find it embarrassing to do so, or you just don't want your friends to know, or maybe if you're Googling for these keywords, maybe you are thinking about getting a divorce, or things are moving in that direction. Then most people, they're not going to ask their friend like, hey, who was your divorce lawyer or something. Of course, sometimes they do, and referrals are a big thing, but most people are still going to go to Google or ChatGPT or LLM search engines now more and more, and searching for answers for their questions and for trusted law firms, recommended law firms online. That's why SEO is really important. So if someone is searching for your services, like someone wants to get a divorce in Seattle, you are in Seattle, you definitely want to show up, because that's one of the, like if you are ranking at the top, that will be one of your biggest client acquisition channels, just because there are so many people searching for your services online. Because that's the obvious place to go if you're looking for a service provider, if you're looking for a trustworthy law firm in your area. So you have to rank on Google, and also you have to get ChatGPT to recommend you as well. And we help our clients get to number 1 or be the recommended service provider in both of these, on both Google and also on ChatGPT. And reason number 5 is that if someone is searching for a divorce attorney in Salt Lake City or wherever they are at, Google right now still shows the map back here, and this is a really good user experience for the users as well. So I'm assuming that this will stay for a long time, and probably ChatGPT might want to add something similar as well, because Google has been doing, or has been showing search results, has been interacting with people searching for different things for almost 30 years now. So they know what people are looking for, they know what people want to see. And that's why they're showing the map back, because people, they want to see where the law firm is situated in or located in. And they also want to see reviews and some other information about the company. This is where the map back comes in, and this is why most local searches would end up with Google showing them a map back. And this allows the user or the searcher manager to see your reviews, and they can even go through the reviews. They can read the reviews, see what's going on. They can open up the business profile here. If they click on it, and they can see images. So if you have all of those things optimized, and if you are showing up number one here, this is really good for the user, because they can easily decide who's a trustworthy law firm. They can read the reviews. They can see if they like your faces, if they like your office, if they like where the office is located in. You then either go to your website or just call you from here directly. So this is also, if you want to show up here at top, you want to optimize your Google business profile and you want to have good reviews. But I have other videos on how to rank number one for these local map packs. It's just the point here is that, like, if you're doing SEO for yourself, if you're doing good SEO, if you're showing up here, then you're going to get tons of clients from Google search, because most people, they want to see where the business is located in, what are the reviews, and who are they. And the last point I wanted to quickly mention is that reason number 6, SEO results, they compound. They compound in time. So the more work you put in, more they compound. So as we said, like, let's say you did paid ads until September here, and then you stop doing it, then the traffic drops to 0. But SEO, usually it compounds. In most cases, if you do good SEO yourself, or if someone is doing proper SEO for you, the results will compound and they will continue to build, because most of your competitors, they are sleeping on SEO. They are actually sleeping on SEO. They're not paying that much attention to it. Most people are still relying on referrals, most law firms, or offline media, offline ads. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Of course it works, but SEO usually in most cases is just way more profitable. So that's it. These were the 6 main reasons why I think SEO is a really great channel for family law firms and law firms in general, but especially for family law firms, because most people do not want to ask their friends for referrals. And if they haven't been through a divorce by themselves yet, they will usually turn to Google or ChatGPT to find a good divorce law firm to help them. So if you'd like me or my team to do a quick audit, do a quick low video audit of your family law firm, what are the low-hanging fruit opportunities, what you should do with your SEO to start compounding your results like you see on the graph here, check the first link down in the description, fill out the short 2 or 3 questions, and me or my team member will record a short video for you, just sharing our advice on what are the specific next steps you should take with your SEO, and what's the opportunity, who's ranking number one, what you would need to do to rank number one with your business instead of your current competitor who's dominating. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.